Hey guys, welcome back. To another video. I'm LJ, if you're new to my channel. So today's video is an everyday makeup tutorial. So I'm doing an everyday makeup look. It's been a while I've done this video. This is like my first everyday makeup tutorial for 2021. I'm creating this very simple everyday makeup look for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, at the end, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed and joined the LJ family, go ahead and join the family. It is free. I would love to have you on my channel. Also hit the bell so you're always notified of a new upload. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Okay, LJ, welcome to a channel where it's poppin'. Welcome to a YouTube.
So this makeup look is definitely like a 10-minute makeup look. It's like something that, you know, if you want to wear makeup every single day, it's such a quick makeup look. Like it shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. And this is just like my everyday type of makeup look. Like I get a lot of requests to do like everyday makeup tutorials just because I feel like not a lot of people do like eyeshadow, lashes, all that stuff, especially if you're just going to school or work. So this tutorial should be really quick, really easy. So I'm going to start off by priming my face, and I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty. This is the jelly primer. Of course, you guys know I've been loving this. I've been using this like all the time, so I don't really need to rave about it because I've been raving about it for a long time. This feels like a serum, so it really just feels really hydrating. And sometimes when I'm going for an everyday type of natural makeup look, I don't usually go in with like full coverage products or like matte products that are gonna dry up my skin. I only do that if I'm going for like a full coverage makeup look, and if I'm going to be wearing the makeup for longer than 8 hours, I'm going somewhere that's gonna take longer than 8 hours. This one is just makeup to go to the living room, literally. All right, so next I'm gonna use foundation. Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Hydrating Foundation. This one is in the shade 440. I'm almost done with the foundation, and I think this is like my second bottle. It's crazy. I didn't even know I wear makeup that much, but this foundation, I feel like it's the best. And I love that it's not like a super full coverage makeup look, and this shade right now is perfect for my skin. Lately, I've been really into like natural makeup looks just because I feel like I haven't really been going anywhere like too much just because of, you know, things getting a little bit worse during the winter. So this has been like a routine for me all the time. So how has the new year been for you guys? How is like January going so far? I know last year was kind of crazy, but you know, we're in the start of a new year, and I'm hoping that this year would be like one of the best years. You know, every time you have like the worst year, it follows up with like the best year, typically. So let me know in the comment section how you guys have been loving your year so far, how it's been going. All right, so foundation is blended. I'm gonna move on to concealer. I've been really loving this concealer. Like I used to use this all the time, long time ago when it was really popular, but I recently got my hands on it and I was like, wait a minute, I've been sleeping on this concealer for a long time. So I'm gonna use the LA Girl Pro Concealer. So this one is in the shade Toffee, and the foundation is looking a little orange right now, but it's cool. It's gonna calm down, okay, once I apply everything. So because I'm not going for like a super full coverage makeup look, and this concealer is usually very full coverage, I'm just going to apply a very small amount, okay? I'm not gonna apply too much. I'm also placing this on my forehead. I picked this concealer up to see like why I used to really love it, because I was watching like my old makeup videos and it looks like I used it a lot. So I'm like, why did I really like that? Like, but now I really see why I liked it. Super creamy and super full coverage. So I'm gonna blend this out with a beauty blender, and I'm not gonna wait for the concealer to settle onto my skin for like 5 minutes like I usually do, because this is a natural makeup look. I just want the concealer to just highlight real quick without leaving too much coverage like I usually like it. And because this is a 10-minute makeup look, I don't have time to like wait 5 minutes for the concealer to dry. Like realistically speaking, I usually don't if I don't have time. But if I have time to do my makeup, I have like 1 hour or 2 hours, I usually wait for the concealer to get tacky. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend out my chin area. I did place a little bit too much on my chin, but it's all good. We're just gonna go over with the foundation. And I'm gonna place a little bit for reverse contour. And I'm just using whatever's left on the sponge. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and contour, and I'm gonna use the same concealer, but this one is in the shade Mahogany. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. I'm gonna apply a very small amount because this is really dark, like legit. This is like charcoal. This is the only shade they had in the drugstore, so that's why I picked it up. Typically for contour, I usually go for something warm. The only things I don't like about these concealers is that they finish pretty quick. So I'm going to place a little bit on my forehead, and I'm just using whatever is left on the sponge. And I'm going to go back in with the concealer sponge to clean it up. All right, so time to set the skin. For an everyday makeup look, I really love using the Pat McGrath Labs setting powder. I feel like this setting powder is very light coverage. It's very natural, but I don't know, like it still gives me enough coverage at the same time, but it goes on very smoothly. I love the fact that the powder is very fine. So I feel like fine setting powders usually give you that natural look, and if the particles are like really big, then they kind of give you like kind of like a cakey type of look. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but with this setting powder, it's very natural, and I realized that the particles are very fine. So what I like to do is I'm just putting it on the cap, and of course dipping it onto my sponge, tapping it on the back of my hand, and I'm just gonna go ahead and set this powder. Alright, so I'm just setting my chin area as well, and all the areas that I feel like are going to get oily throughout the day. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set my whole skin. So I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix powder. This, I've had it for a really long time. This one is in the shade NW45. And the reason why I like using this setting powder on top of this foundation is you guys can see like the foundation kind of leaves a little bit of like unblendability around my mouth area. I think that's just the way the Fenty foundation is. But once I usually finish my face and I set it with powder, it usually sits on my skin really well. So I'm just using a big fluffy brush. I got a lot of questions about which kind of brush this is. It's a Morphe fluffy brush. I honestly don't know what kind it is because it just says Morphe. So I don't know what kind of Morphe brush it is. But if you just Google like Morphe fluffy brush for powder, I think it pops up. And then for bronzer, I'm using the Revolution Pro bronzer. This one is in the shade Enrobe. I'm just going to take a little bit of this bronzer to warm up my skin. This is like really rich, so it shows up on deeper skin a lot. Alright, so for my eyebrows, I'm using the Anastasia. This is the Dipbrow Pomade in the shade Ebony. You guys know I love this product. It is my favorite eyebrow product, and I use it every day for like an everyday makeup routine just because it's really easy to use. Like I don't have to do too much to my eyebrows. It's really easy for me, and it applies on really well. So if you're in a rush and you're looking for a good brow product, I would definitely say this is one of them. So what I'm going to do is brush up my eyebrows. Taking a little bit of this product, I'm just going to line the bottom part of my eyebrows. I typically don't do my eyebrows on camera because I usually have to focus, but because this is like a 10-minute makeup routine, I'm not really going to do too much to my eyebrows. Like I'm not going to try to perfect them, honestly. So I just like to also brush up like the front portion of my eyebrows. This kind of brushes the hair upwards, and then just kind of take the top area and just flatten it out. Literally did that in 3 minutes. They look like sisters, okay? They ain't gotta look like twins, but at least sisters, at least related. So I'm gonna clean this off, and I'm using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. This is in the shade Medium Dark 3. I feel like every day my eyebrows want to do their own thing. Like some day they want to look a little thickums, and some days they just want to look like they've been on like a weight loss diet, like super thin. Today I feel like they're coming off a little bit thicker, but as long as they look the same, it's really all that matters. So whatever excess is left on the brush, I just like to place it on my eyelid area just to clean off any creasings. And I like to go in with a clean brush and just kind of spread that concealer all over my eyelid. And that is literally it for the eyebrows. We're keeping it very simple. I'm gonna go in with the Studio Fix powder, and I'm gonna go ahead and practically like set that area right on my eyelid where there's like a lot of creasing. And I feel like that kind of helps control the shine and the creasing around that area. And this is if you don't want to do eyeshadow, which is what I'm not doing. I'm not putting anything on my eyes. Like I don't have time. I'm like in a rush. I woke up late. I want like a good full coverage makeup look, but something very quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on mascara. I'm using my favorite mascara right now, which is the Huda Beauty Legit Lash Mascara. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use the volume side for my bottom lashes. All right, so no lashes for today because realistically speaking, I don't wear lashes every day. And if I'm doing something like an everyday makeup tutorial, I'm not gonna wear any lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply blush, and I'm using the Rare Beauty blush. This is in the shade Lucky. So I'm using a damp beauty blender. This is the same beauty blender I use for my foundation. I'm just dabbing it on the back of my hand. Oh my gosh, that was a lot. It's typically never this pigmented. I think I just went in with like too much right now. So I'm going back in with the concealer area to blend out the blush, so it looks very seamless and natural. All right, so I forgot to contour my nose, so I'm gonna go in with the bronzer. I'm like, something looks a little off, and it was the nose contour. So I'm using the Morphe E62 brush, and what I'm doing is I'm just bringing that contour towards like where my eyebrow begins and moving it backwards, just kind of like where that shadow is on my nose. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag this downwards, snatch up that nose. All right, so next I'm gonna pop a little bit of highlighter, and I'm using the BH Cosmetics Fairy Lights highlighter. I'm just gonna apply very small, ooh, child, I said a very small amount, look at that. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this out. I'm gonna apply a very small amount because you don't wanna look too highlighted. I like super highlighted makeup looks with full coverage makeup looks, but with something very natural, you don't wanna overdo it. You wanna have a little bit of glow, at the same time still look really natural. And I love this highlighter because it melts onto my skin. So I'm gonna place a little bit of this on my nose. All right, so next I'm gonna line my lips, and I'm using Morphe in the shade Trendsetter. So you guys know my go-to lip product is the Revlon Glass Shine lipstick. I get a lot of questions about this lipstick, like what lip are you using? This is it. Like every single day I use this. Like I haven't changed it in like 6 months, honestly, because it's just such an amazing lipstick. I've used it so many times on my channel, but it is a part of my everyday makeup routine. And then lastly, I'm gonna spray my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, just a little bit. Feels so good. All right, guys, so this is it for this makeup look. This is my everyday makeup. During the winter, I like a makeup look that has a little bit of coverage just because it's not like a glowy type of season. It's more so like a matte season. So this is how I like to wear my makeup if I'm doing a very simple look. I don't put any eyeshadow on just when I don't have any time, no lashes. Quickly do my eyebrows. Something very simple to show that you have makeup on, but something very simple that nobody can really notice like you have makeup. So that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and join the LJ family. Also hit the bell so you're always notified of a new upload. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video.
KLJ, welcome to a channel where it's poppin'. You better subscribe, got it on lock, yeah. Got it on lock, yeah. We need more likes, more views, yeah. You can leave a comment too. Welcome to our YouTube. Welcome to our YouTube.